Hello everyone, welcome back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat and this is the Rat's Nest. I'm joined as always by Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hello everyone.
And today we are discussing the final chapter of Wano.
It was a long time in the making.
It was. I think the official count was Wano was 150 something chapters, obviously the longest by a while. Act 3 itself was 100 chapters exactly, which is two chapters short of Dressrosa, which is 102 chapters. So Act 3 of Wano was almost the second longest arc of One Piece.
God.
It went on for a while. And
but it was
even
really
still, it feels as if some things weren't tied up too nicely.
That's what we're gonna get into. Okay. Let's.
Yeah. So you don't know this,
that.
Kyle. So Kyle doesn't read spoilers and whatnot. I do. So I kind of know the chapter and I can kind of get a gauge of the community reaction to it beforehand.
I just read this. Just keep that in mind. I'm still trying to absorb what I read. I read it quickly because
yeah. People are not too happy with this chapter, Kyle. Not like this is the worst thing ever written, but a lot of people being like, I'm disappointed. I'm one of those people. So obviously the big thing, I think there's enough to talk about without going page by page, and even then it's just a lot of words and stuff. The big thing, obviously, the elephant in the room, Yamato's not joining the Straw Hats, right?
Okay, look, personally, as interesting as that would have been, I am fine with that decision.
You know, obviously I'm disappointed with it, right? But I wish that I respect it to a certain degree, but it's just the thing of, like, throughout all of Wano, Yamato's character is, she wants to be like Odin. Odin, the man who sailed with the man who'd become the Pirate King. Right?
That would have been
Odin, the dude who left Wano, became a pirate. The entire arc, she's talking about, I want to get off Wano. I want to set to sea. Her entire little backstory being with Ace, being like, I'm going to go out to sea with you, and then I'm going to go out to sea with your brother, and then she meets Luffy, and she's like, I'm going to go out to sea with you. And then she's fighting Kaido, and she's like, I'm going to go out to sea with Luffy. And then after the battle, she tells the crew, she's like, I'm going to join you guys. And then just randomly this chapter out of nowhere, she's like, yeah, I'm not going to join yet. Odin took a tour around Wano first, so I'm going to do that.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I did not... Look, it has been a while, because I watched a lot of
it's totally understandable.
So let me say this much. Yeah, when you put it like that, because I just didn't realize how, like, they emphasized it that much, because a lot of what they did early on, I forgot. Can't even...
No, I was the exact same. I mean, it's just that I've been marinating on this for so long, and I've seen so much stuff about it.
Also, you're a bigger Yamato fan.
I am a big Yamato guy.
I like Yamato. You like Yamato.
I think that she is carnally attractive.
Yeah, and I think she should have joined the crew. When you word it like that's literally her entire character of want to break free from, like, the shackles, literally, figuratively. I want to break away from Kaido, and I want to go to sea. All they needed to do was give her a chapter to go around Wano. They're like, okay, they're like, give her some time, because she could have joined the crew. That, again, I'm not going to change my stance too much. Like, no,
of course.
Well, sorry, just let me finish what I'm saying, or to finish what I'm saying. It's fine that she didn't join, but it would have shaken up the dynamic a lot, which would have been very interesting if she did. I don't know if it was because, and again, I know this might be the first reason, probably not true, if he thought, like, Yamato was too strong or to be in the crew, but I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell you Oda's thought process behind this. And, like I wouldn't care if she was, like, a character like Rebecca or Carrot or something who's kind of with the Straw Hats, or even Vivi. You know, it's like she's kind of, she's with the Straw Hats, or she's like the girl of the arc.
Don't say that, Brandon. Don't say that, Brandon. There's a huge Phoebe fan base out there.
I'm a huge Phoebe fan. But it's just like it. So the difference between her and those other characters is that they all the other characters had different motivations. Like Yamato's motivation throughout Wano has been, I want to go out to sea. I want to leave Wano.
And then it ends with her not going out to sea.
And even then, like, you can have her change her mind, but like it's just like it's in the space of one chapter.
Yeah, and they already leave. It's not like there's any room to reconsider where they're like, Yamato, you should. I mean, they think they say it's the chapter like reconsider, but there's not enough time for her to marinate on that decision to think. Because even Luffy could be like, well, I thought you want to go out to sea. She's like, what? I feel like I have responsibilities here. And he's like, well, think of what Odin did. Odin went out to sea and joined the man who became the Pirate King, and that's what I want you to do. And sticks his hand out, shakes Yamato's hand, and says, "You're coming to my crew," and flings her to the boat.
Yeah,
that's all I had to.
But I'm not like mad at that. I'm just disappointed because I feel like I don't think it's unreasonable to say that her character up until this chapter has very much pointed towards she's going to join the Straw Hats.
And then she doesn't join
the Straw Hats.
Oh, well.
So I'd like to issue Carrot fans a very sincere, heartfelt apology. We're in the same boat now. I hope I wasn't too harsh to you at any point in time.
No, you were very harsh, man. You were very mean.
But there's there's good stuff in the chapter too. I'd say the best part of the chapter for me was Luffy talking with Momonosuke. Even if I think maybe it was, I don't know to say out of character for them to leave without planning on saying goodbye to him and Kinemon.
I mentioned that too, where it's not like it's out of character, but here's the thing. Here's what I brought up. I made the comparison to Alabasta of or even Sky Island. Like, there are certain situations where Straw Hats don't get to say goodbye because they're on the run. Like in Alabasta, they didn't want to say goodbye to Vivi because they didn't want Vivi to be associated as criminals. So they one of the cooler moments of like them sticking their hands up in solidarity.
Yeah.
But this wasn't one of those situations. Like they saved the entire country. They typically have, this is one of the tropes of One Piece I enjoy. Like, after the fight, they have the banquet, they all hang out, and they all just talk, and, they say goodbye to everyone. It's very sad. And just to leave without saying goodbye to those two specifically felt very odd. And then for them to react the way that they did, not believing in, maybe they had a reason. They just immediately jumped to, how could they? How dare they? They insult us. They were awful. Like, he literally just saved you from tyranny.
Well, I think Momonosuke makes more sense because, he is
Momonosuke,
but Kinemon was a bit like, okay.
Yeah, Kinemon's known them since Punk Hazard.
10 years.
10 years in our world. But, even then, for a long time in the world of One Piece, too, since they pretty much got to the New World, because Fishman Island was the border. Since the New World, Kinemon's been there, and yet he's like, oh, they're so terrible. They got like that. And it's like, why?
Yeah, but not to rag on that too much. I think Luffy's whole interaction with Momonosuke was really good. How he was like, you can't you can't fool us. We know you're still an 8-year-old kid. And then
Except
you
what
mentioned,
you said about it,
with
the Toei flashback, because Brandon made the joke before recording it, they had the Toei flashback where they just showed
the manga.
That shit was the anime terrible.
But yeah, and then you pointed this out too, Kyle. This was my favorite part of the chapter was Luffy giving Momonosuke the Straw Hat flag, and claiming his territory as an emperor. It's like, all right, we're here.
Like how Whitebeard did it. It was nice.
And so that was nice. And then they get the send off. I will say, another part I really liked about this chapter was Kid, Luffy, and Law. Their dynamic is just so great.
When they're gonna leave, it's like, we'll take the safe path, and then Law literally says, "Perfect for wussies." And
this kid that said that.
Sorry, not Law, Kid.
Yeah.
I was looking at Law whenever I said it. Law and Luffy both get pissed. I'm like, all right, we're gonna take the fun way too. And then it ends with them all jumping off the top of the currents.
They're all like, maybe that was a bad idea.
And now we'll get to the part, or I guess we're getting to the part. When I first read it, I had asked Brandon about it because I didn't realize it. Where one person's reporting about what happened, and they're talking about Orochi and the Kurozumi clan. And apparently this is something people had an issue with. I didn't realize.
If, to say that this is the most controversial part of the chapter, it's just, if the thing with Yamato hadn't happened, easy. But this part is the part where people probably probably where most people have an objective issue with this, because with the Yamato thing, obviously I'm a Yamato fan. I'm a little biased. I like to think that I can look past my bias with how I'm saying stuff. Just be like I don't think it was wrong to expect her to join the Straw Hats, but this is the thing that everyone pretty unanimously agrees. Like, why is this here?
They're fighting. They're using discrimination against discrimination, which kind of goes against the whole concept of freedom. Like it's okay. Because Brandon, would you like to provide the context?
Yeah. So the context for this is that it's similar to Odin's little catchphrase of Odin's not Odin if it's not boiled, and it's like, oh haha, he was boiled alive. Funny. Kurozumi in Japanese means charcoal. So the Kurozumis were born to be burned. It's like, oh, charcoal was born to be burned. It's like, I get it. But this clan was already Yes, I'm not saying that Orochi didn't deserve what he got. Orochi 100% got what he deserved. It just doesn't. Just the message itself, and like I understand, it's like, oh haha, funny reference. The message itself, just I feel, doesn't line up with what Wano was trying to say.
Hang on. All they had to do was not direct it at the Kurozumi. All they had to do was be like, Orochi is gone. Like Orochi, if they said like one simple changing, get rid of the word, 2 words. Instead of the Kurozumi were born to burn, just say Orochi Kurozumi was born to burn.
Yeah, and it's like, what you call it? It's all the funny memes. Like one, it's like SpongeBob washing dishes, looking very sadly over into the corner, and it's like that one Kurozumi kid in class whenever all his friends are reciting the story of Wano. the funny meme I showed you.
Like again, because the whole reason Orochi did this in the first place was his people were persecuted, and that like he was,
Well, that's what gave him. Yeah, that's what gave him the motivation.
Yeah, and that's what spurred him down this path. And I think the message could have been different. Instead of being like, okay, well, discrimination worked the first time, let's continue it. I don't know about that.
Now, just to be 100% fair, we're reading the fan translated version, so maybe Viz will change something with it. It's happened before. Maybe Viz will add Orochi in front of Kurozumi.
Viz can make it worse.
He could make it worse.
That'd be funny. But yeah, no, I'm just happy to see Wano has come to a close. For me, I have been in it for a long haul. I've been watching Wano for quite a while, and since Wano's over, are we gonna like make a separate video talking about our thoughts, like just kind of Wano on the whole, or
we could. That sounds like fun.
Not now, of course, but yeah, this was. I'll say, like, when I read it quickly, so I didn't have time to absorb all the negativity people had. It was a good ending chapter for the Straw Hats. I'll say that much. Like, I think.
Yeah, I don't think the Straw Hats had anything like bad in this chapter.
No, they were the best parts of this chapter, and then the worst stuff was Wano exclusive, which is right at the ending. And also, you said there was a lot of stuff unresolved in all of Wano. Did you already talk about everything you thought was unresolved?
What you call it? I'm going to look at a ton of stuff that I can bring up in the Wano video we do. And I do think that'll be very worthwhile doing, because Wano was a big arc, the longest arc in One Piece by quite a bit, and a lot of people have a lot of different thoughts on it. We were introduced to a lot of different things. One of the biggest things we were introduced to in Wano that people don't remember is Wano is where Imu-sama first appeared. At the very beginning of Wano is where we first saw Imu-sama.
Imu is in the guy who sat on the throne?
Yeah.
And he was born in Wano, or he's already here?
Like during the arc of Wano is when he was introduced.
Yeah. And well, also then again, we could probably the next chapter we could probably get like world stuff happening now.
Yeah, we want to finally get the rest of the Straw Hat bounties. I've seen a lot of people online say that really this is the first time since leaving Fishman Island that we don't know where the Straw Hats are going next, and that all the Straw Hats have left an island like together.
Jesus, that really has been that long.
It's been 10 years and 4 months and however many days, I think.
Yeah. I think with that, unless there's anything else, I think we can conclude the chapter wrap up there.
Yeah, I'd say the saddest thing about Wano ending is now the meme of Luffy saying, "I'll see you in Wano country, no matter what." That you can no longer send that to people reading One Piece because we are no longer in Wano.
You still could.
You still
not
could.
really.
Alrighty.
So.
If you're this far in the video, obviously there's something you like. So be sure to like and subscribe and check out Goobers and Screens Book Club on the Goobers and Screens channel, link in description. We're currently going through Hunter x Hunter and we'll be reading Bleach next. The next video on this channel will come out Wednesday. It's a Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 15 review. I very much enjoyed that volume, and I hope you all enjoyed that video. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.